What we're trying to do is support the Iron Dome. This is a defensive system that has been phenomenal and saving lives, and it's going to be running out. These things aren't created overnight, and we want to get started on that because we know we are on a timeline.
We need to continue to get Israel's back as a country, as we are right now, to make it clear until every hostage is freed and every terrorist is crushed and killed, that we need to continue to support Israel.
A bipartisan push on Capitol Hill to refund one of the biggest assets in Israel, the Iron Dome. But what is it and how does it work? Well, it's a defense missile system. It's made up of 3 parts. It's a radar that detects incoming rockets, a command control system that determines the threat level, and then an interceptor that can target and destroy the incoming missiles before they strike. According to Israel, it's 90% effective in stopping short-range rockets. Now, not only does it greatly reduce the death toll when airstrikes are happening, but it also can save Palestinian civilians as well. It allows Israel to be defensive rather than offensive on the enemy, and it also staves off ground invasions, which usually are more deadly. While in 2016, a little more than half of the components were made in the United States, now roughly 75% of them are. And the Iron Dome is also supported by U.S. aid to Israel. That's how it stays operational. From fiscal year 2011 to 2015, the United States provided almost $1.3 billion to Israel for the Iron Dome, for the batteries, the interceptors, the co-production costs, and also general maintenance. In 2021, the House voted to restock the Iron Dome system, but 8 Democrats opposed the $1 billion proposed in funding, including Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, and Cori Bush. AOC abstained. So why would that group, notorious for voting for all kinds of spending, oppose money for the Iron Dome? So far in this war, it's actually intercepted thousands of rockets and missiles launched from Gaza and saved countless lives from terrorism. Joining us now, Israeli Special Operations veteran and national law enforcement and counterterrorism analyst, Aaron Cohen. Great to have you on the program again, Aaron. And the Iron Dome is so important. Explain to me and lay out the timeline that the Congresswoman was talking about there and why it's so important to fund this initiative.
Well, I mean, the Iron Dome is an NFL VIP quality defensive lineup. It's saved thousands and thousands of lives. That Iron Dome is saving 1 million Palestinians right now. It's also saving 400, up to 400, over 200, 250 Israelis being held hostage right now. That Iron Dome is indispensable. We developed the technology. Israel's developed a lot of technology. We not only developed the Iron Dome, we developed the Pegasus intelligence system, which we leased to the United States and governments that are aligned with the global war on terror around the world. Israel has been at the forefront of defense manufacturing, innovations. The reason why is because we have to be good. And the Iron Dome is, again, is the MVP of the defensive operations regarding Operation Shield or Operation Sword Shield right now. And we can see how important it is. And when you're talking about Congress, listen, you're talking about AOC. You know, I saw an old interview that was coughed up from CNN. She had shot down the proposal to refund Israel for the Iron Dome system and then was just recently interviewed on CNN. She did a 180, flipped. And I can tell you that based on my behavioral predictive profile training in Israel, when she was asked, do you think the Iron Dome is, do you understand why it's important now? And she said, yes, absolutely. But my red flag indicators were ticking based on her answer. And so I'm not sure what her problem is with Israel having the right to protect human lives, not just Jews, but Arabs, Palestinians. That dome is the VIP. The real mix is going to be our forwards, our running backs, our quarterbacks. We're about to start moving that ball into the end zone as needed, both up in Lebanon with the Golani Brigade and on the south with the Givati Brigade and all the other elite infantry units. We've got hostages. We've got an incursion we're preparing for right now, but without that Iron Dome, we don't buy the time that's needed to get the intelligence that's actionable to be able to not only rescue over 200 Israelis being held hostage, but to be able to go into those tunnels and go into that city and wipe out over 40,000 armed terrorists who booby-trapped that place. That Iron Dome is a gift from God.
So, Aaron, obviously, in the years leading, most recent years, it has been defensive. But as you just mentioned, Israel now going on the offensive because of the brutal terrorist attack. But focusing on that defensive aspect, for the past 2 weeks, it's like 6,000 rockets, something around that number, have been shot at Israel. and have been evaded because of the Iron Dome. Explain to me, since maybe there are some concerns around understanding how important this Iron Dome is, how essential is that defensive standing right now as Israel prepares to go into Gaza or to continue this war?
Well, without the blanket of the Iron Dome, we don't have the ability to be able to collect information and data. But the actual micro benefit of the Iron Dome is that I want you to picture living in New York, living in Texas, or living in Los Angeles, and having 10,000 rockets fired at you within a couple of days. And in succession with paragliders, with armed terrorists who've trained to fly those paragliders into our cities, an entire underground sophisticated network, fences being breached on the southern border, fences being breached on the northern border with Canada, coming down into Buffalo, heading into New York City. You know, this is, again, the most significant terrorist atrocity that we have seen in the history of modern warfare after 9/11. Over 2,000, almost 2,000 or 1,500 to 2,000 Israelis dead. We don't know if those hostages are alive right now. If I did, I wouldn't pontificate on it because of the nature of the situation and the safeguards. But I can tell you this, that Iron Dome protects thousands of lives, including Israeli Arabs living in Israel, living in Tulkarem, living in Israeli incorporated cities. We embrace the Arabs that live in Israel. They serve in our police. They serve in our military. Hamas does not care about the Arab community. They do not care about the Muslim community, and they certainly don't care about the million Palestinians that are holding hostage right now. That Iron Dome protects the entire enclave of Israel on a systematic level. It's brilliant. It's classified. An Israeli general doesn't walk into one of those units. The amount of clearance you need to be able to get into that station, because the technology is so sophisticated, it's of the highest caliber. It has been the MVP of this war.
You know, when Americans are confronted with spending potentially $100 billion in foreign aid, it's good to know where that money can be well spent. You've helped us understand the Iron Dome, Aaron. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.